Dear children, hope you all are fit and fine at home. Now let us start with Computer Science Form 4, Chapter 1, Input and Output Devices. In this chapter, we are going to say what is a computer, what are the different types of input, process, and output devices, different components of computer. Now, this whole chapter I have divided in two groups. First group, we will do 3 topics. In first video, I'm going to show. In second video, I will show you the other topics which are left over. Today, we are going to see in this video what is a computer, functions of a computer, what is hardware and software. So now let's start with it. What is a computer? As we know, computer is an electronic machine that works on electricity. Now, computer is actually, we can compare it with a magic box, right? Because it can do variety of jobs and at a time. It accepts our data and instructions given by the user. It will process it and accordingly it will give the meaningful result. Now, we have got a new word, data and instruction in this. Now, first we will understand what is the data and instruction, right? For example, I want to do a small addition, 55 plus 4. Now, 55 plus 4 is my data and instruction. Now, in this data and instruction, addition is the instruction. That 55 plus 4. 4 is the instruction. What you have to do with 55? What you have to do with the 4? You have to add. So this is data and instruction that you are giving to the computer. Nowadays, we know that computers are not only confined to offices only. They can be seen everywhere around us. Like we can see in a small shops even nowadays, schools, hospitals, banks, airports, railway stations, etc. Why? Why do we nowadays we use computer everywhere? Because it is very fast and gives us 100% accurate results. Now, what is the function of a computer? Actually, computer works on a 3 steps. That is a function of a computer. It will first is input, then process and output. Now, input is nothing but your data and instruction. You can see below that I have given a table. There it is showing input, process and output. In that in input, we have given in the computer my data and instruction 90 plus 85, 69, 98, 76, 84. This all the numbers are to be added. That is my input. As I give the input, the computer will process it. It will add all this because I have already given the instruction. What you have to do with 90, 85, 69, you have to add them. So it will process it and then it will give me the output. Accurate 100% correct output is 502. So these are the 3 basic steps on which I say this is a basic function of a computer, and accordingly it will work. Now I cannot say that process, output, input. No, it is always first you give data and instruction. As the computer gets the data and instruction, it will immediately process it and give you according to your data out. Now, the function of, we have seen this function of a computer. Input, process, output, we will see some example in our daily life also. Let us see. Now, your mother prepares a tea in the morning, right? So what she will do? She will take a utensil, she will add water, tea leaves, milk, sugar, and then She will put it on a gas stove. She will put it for boiling it, and you will get a ready tea. So that is your input, process, output. So my input will be water, tea leaves, milk, and sugar together. When I put it on the gas stove, it will process it. The boiling is a process for me. And as I get a tea ready, then that is my output. Now, same way, nowadays I am bored at home, knowing not going out to play and all that. So I want to call my friend. Here also come a process of input, process, output. Now, what is that? Now let me see that I want to call my friend, right? So I will dial a number to my friend, and you can see that beep sound is that. Mm, mm, mm. So what is that? Process is going, your phone is getting connected. As your friend will receive the, it will receive the call, he or she will start talking. So that is the output. So dialing a number is input. Connecting that number, that is process. And immediately when your friend receives and start talking to you, that is your output. Next example also, making a juice. Now you want to make a very tasty and healthy juice for your parents. So now I have to give something to my mixture grinder to make the juice. So I am thinking to make a juice of a carrot and oranges. So I will put all that in a mixture grinder. Then what I will do, I will churn that. So I will switch on my mixture grinder. It will churn for me and make a juice for me. Then my juice is ready and I will serve my parents, right? So this is your day-to-day life, input, process, output. In the same way, computer also needs input. If you don't give a proper input, it will not process it and not give you the proper output. The condition is input should be properly given. Now, again, a little revision. Input is nothing but data and instruction. Okay, 98 plus 2. So that is your data and instruction. That is your input. 98 plus 2 is your data. What is the instruction? You have to add that. Now we have also seen some day-to-day life examples of input, process, and output. Now, a computer system works with the help of hardware and software. Now, let us see what is the hardware and what is the software. The physical part of a computer that you can touch is called hardware. And the set of instructions that you cannot touch, right? But it helps the hardware to work in a desired manner. That is your software. Now, hardware and software are interdependent. Without software, a computer cannot work. Similarly, without hardware, software is not of any use. Now, let us see one example. Your monitor is a hardware because you can touch it. Your CPU is a hardware, you can touch it. Your mouse is a hardware, you can touch it. So physical part which you can touch is a hardware. Here I have written one example of a CD. Okay. So CD is nothing but the full form is compact disc. CD I can touch, but the data written on the CD, I cannot touch them. Right? Can you touch the song? No, we cannot, because it is a software. Now let us take a simple example. I want to listen to music. So what I will need? I will require a music system, CD, DVD. Okay, so that all are hardware because I can touch them. I can touch my music system. I can touch my CD. I can touch my DVD. Yes, I can. So they all are hardware. They are physical parts. Can we touch the song on it? No, because that is a software. We need both to enjoy the music. It means hardware and software are interdependent. They are dependent on each other. Interdependent means they are dependent on each other. If hardware is not working properly, then software is of no use. And if software is not working properly, then no use of hardware. We will again take one example. Just we have seen that I want to listen to a music and I will require music system, CD and DVD. So that is my hardware. I have put my CD in the music system, but there are no songs on it. Will it play any song? No, because there is no software in it. Same way, I have songs on my CD, but my music system is not playing. So there is of no use of CD because my system is only not working, my hardware is only not working. Song is there, software is okay, it is working properly, but my music system is not working. So it is of no use. So both of them are interdependent. So today in this video, we were supposed to learn these three topics. What is a computer? Function of a computer, and what is hardware and software. This is a small, just a recall for you. Computer, we know, electronic machine that works with the help of the data and instruction given by the user. What is data and instruction? Your input. The function of a computer, there are three basic functions of a computer: input, process, output. We cannot say process, input, output, because only if there is input, then only it will process, and then only we will get the output. Even I cannot change the sequence, output, input, process. No, we don't get immediately output, right? So these are the three functions on which a computer works. There is input, process, output. Even in this, we have also learned what is hardware and software. Small again, a recall. The physical parts of a computer that you can touch are called hardware. I can touch my monitor, I can touch my keyboard, I can touch my mouse, but I cannot touch my MS Paint program. I cannot touch my mouse pointer. Can I touch my mouse pointer? No, because they all are software. Now, these are the three topics in this video. When I will come with the another three topics in the second video, we will do little bit revision in this again, right? Now, your work at home. You have to list any 5 hardware and software that you see around you. Any 5. Okay. Just write any 5 hardware and software. Any queries, any doubts. If you find any problem in this, you can immediately contact madam and you can clear your doubts. Thank you for